Hey, Habs fans out in Habs land, thanks for clicking that thumbnail and welcome to Talking Habs. And today's video, we're going to look at Cole Caufield. And basically, this is how did Cole Caufield get to where he is today? Might even be the name of the video. I haven't decided yet. And so we're going to take a look at all his stats growing up and all his accomplishments, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on him getting here, and even give you my opinion on when he might hit the Montreal Canadiens. And that's all right here. And before we get to that, if you're a Habs fan like I am, please subscribe and ring that notifications bell. And that's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. And if you have any comments about Cole Caufield, about this video, that's what the comment section is for. And you can ask me any questions. And if you ask questions, they will make it into my question and answer video series that I do. So please ask away some questions in the comment section. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get right to it. All right, so Cole Caufield, Montreal Canadiens drafted him in 2019, the 15th overall pick. He was kind of expected to go a lot higher, but he fell, and it's mostly because of his size. Actually, I'm going to correct something up there because I just found out that he's a little heavier than we thought. Now, I saw an interview with him, and it was from a few months ago, and he was saying that he is, and maybe more than a few months ago, he is 5'8" and 168 pounds, and that was then, so I'm going to assume that he's about 170. He's 5'8" now, he's 170 pounds, and I doubt he's going to grow any taller, which is unfortunate, because 3 inches on this kid, and man, there would be no doubt about whether he could make the NHL. So he's 20 years old now. I believe he just turned 20 last month. I'm filming this in February, as you can probably see from that. And he's a right winger, but he said he has no problems playing on the left side if needed. He'll play either position, and he's comfortable at either wing position. So that's always good. Now, growing up, you can tell he was going to be a goal scorer. In 2014, in Bantam AAA in his hometown, I imagine, in 19 games, he had 18 goals. For Stevens Point High School, 23 games, this is the following year, 2015-16, 23 games, 25 goals, 33 assists for 58 points. In the under 14 for Wisconsin, 37 games, 23 goals, 31 assists for 54 points. So, you know, this kid going to score some goals. He had some talent showing even as early as that. The next season, 2016-17, back for his high school team, Stevens Point. In 20 games, 50 goals, 29 points for 29 assists for 79 points. He played for Team Wisconsin, 14 games, just 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. He also played for something, Team Royal, don't know what it is, but in 3 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. And you can see again, this kid's got some talent. And you got to try him on the bigger stage. And in 2017-18, they did just that. For the USA under-18 team, he had 7 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. And then for the national under-18, and remember, he's like, I think he's like 16 there. 19 games, 10 goals, 7 assists, 17 points. But then you put him into the national under-17 team. So, you know, different age group. And he produced even better. 40 games, 44 goals. 19 assists, 63 points. This is the first appearance also for the USNTDP. That's the United States National Training and Development Program. That's the P. And this was for the junior part of that, 32 games, 23 goals, 10 assists, 33 points. And then the USA under-17, 6 games, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points. This kid was active. I also wanted to put, all of this here is the pre-draft. This is all his pre-draft stuff. And we're going to go over some of that in more detail. 2018-19, so that's the last year before he was drafted, because he was part of the 2019 draft, which takes place at the end of the 2018-19 season. And for the USA team, the under-18, 7 games, 14 goals, 4 assists, 18 points. He set some records there. I'm going to get into that right after. The national U18 team, 64 games, and it's highlighted for a reason. 72 goals. And that set a record by far, 28 assists for 100 points. And if you didn't know then that Cole Caufield had goal scoring ability, like major elite generational goal scoring ability, potential. Well, you don't know hockey. USND juniors, 28 games, 29 assists, 29 goals, 12 assists, 41 points. So you see, he moves around a lot, plays on a lot of different teams, but he produces everywhere he goes. And this is a point I kind of make about everybody who's worried about Cole Caufield and his size. And the thing is that he's always been small, and everywhere he's played, he has produced and done well and found a way. And I don't see any difference here. As long as he doesn't come in here too early and be rushed, I don't see this kid not being an NHLer. Let's put it that way. Now, this is all pre-draft. I'm going to go over some of the stuff that he did. In 2017-18, Caufield was a member of the USN well, you know, I just said it, in Plymouth, Michigan, where he led that team in combined stats of both the under 17 and the under 18 teams in games with 54 goals. And that was only one less than Austin Matthews. He had 55 in 2014-15. So right up there with a... Listen, I don't like Matthews, but he's a talent. I mean, I won't take that away from him. In 2017-18 on the international stage at the 2017 World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, he won a gold medal, scoring the 8 goals, 5 assists for 13 points. That was there. Where was I now? And named to the tournament all-star team, and he led that tournament in goals with 8. The 2017 Four Nations Cup in Russia, he played 3 games, had 6 goals, 1 assist, 7 points, and the NDT, whatever it is, under 17 team, they finished in first. February 2018 at the Five Nations Cup in Finland, he led the under-17 team in points with 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points in 4 games, and they also finished in first. In late 2018, that team, the development program, let's just call it that, under-18 team won the 2018 Five Nations Cup in Czech Republic, and in 4 games, Caufield went 7 goals, 2 assists, and 9 points. And I don't have it up here because I didn't see it in his stats listings, but I guess they don't have all the tournaments there. In 2018-19, a full-time member now of the USND NTDP under-18 team, he had 6 goals in a game. That 6th goal was his 105th career NDT development program goal. Let's put it that way. Passing Phil Kessel's 104 goals set in 2003 to 2005. On April 13th of 2019, with his 56th goal of the season, he passed the single-season record for goals, and then he went on to score 72. So he didn't just break it, he crushed it. Let's see now. In April 2019, at the 2019 IIHF World Under-18 Championship in 4 preliminary round games, he scored 11 goals, breaking the record of Brett Sterling, who I never heard of, in 2002, and, again, Phil Kessel in 2005, and that was 9 goals, so he broke it by 2. Later in the tournament, he tied Alex Ovechkin's single tournament goals record of 14. That's this tournament here. A 14 set in 2002. He was named MVP of the tournament, Best Forward, which was in brackets Directorate Award. He led the tournament in goals and was named to the All-Star team. Let's see now. So, let's recap a little bit. I think this is after. So, the USND-TP, he had most career goals, 100, which was 126 goals. Most goals at the IIHF World Under-18s with 18. Most goals, regular season. There's my phone somewhere. I'm going to just take a break for a second. Can't have that going on while I'm trying to film. Most goals, regular season. That's the 72. So remember, that's the development program, the under-17 and under-18 teams. Most goals, single tournament. That's the 14 in 2019. Now, just go over his lineage, and it's kind of weird to say that in person, but you know, his pedigree, I guess, same thing. His brother Brock is playing with him at the University of Wisconsin. I don't really know how good a hockey player Brock is. I really don't know, but he's a hockey player. His father, Paul, who was born in Sault Ste. Marie in Ontario, so Canadian, as was his grandfather. All-time leading scorer at the University of Wisconsin at Stevens Point. I think he coached there for a little while as well. His grandfather, Wayne Caufield, Wisconsin Hockey Hall of Fame in 2011. He was elected there. Semi-pro hockey from 1963 to 76. Must have been a good player. He was elected to that Hall of Fame. And he coached youth hockey for many years after he retired. So he's got a good pedigree and all that leading up to here, right? So that's pretty good. Let's go over here. Okay, so after the draft, so he was picked 15th overall by Montreal in 2019. He went to the University of Wisconsin, where in 36 games he had 19 goals, 17 assists for 36 points, point-a-game player, and like I said up there, point-a-game player, Big Ten scoring champ, Big Ten freshman of the year, and all Big Ten first-team All-Star. I guess in international play, I don't know where that is. In 2019 anyway, I guess he played some even while he was at college. If you hear any pressure, if my microphone wants to slip. At the IIHF World Under-18s, he was an MVP. He was best forward, and he was on the All-Star team. So the awards and all that stuff just keeps piling up everywhere he plays. This kid is a good hockey player. Awesome. Okay, so he gets to that. He's got a point a game. He's got all that stuff. He's at the USA Under-20s. He doesn't really do great, but he's misused, I believe. So that's the World Junior Championships. In 5 games, only a goal and an assist and 2 points. And he wasn't put on an offensive line. Let's put it that way. That's what I was reading in an interview with him. And he wasn't used the best way. We all said that when we were watching it, and the results were, points weren't there. Doesn't mean he was a bust, which everybody wanted to say. The next year, which is this season, at the Under-20s, that's the World Juniors, again, a little disappointing. He was in a little better position to put up points. In 7 games, only 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Yeah, it's frustrating and a little disappointing, but it has nothing to do with, is he a good hockey player, was he a bust? Because right after that, we'll look at his numbers there. But in his last, actually I have a number here. In his last 8 games, since that World Junior, his 8 games, he has 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points in college. That's not too shabby right there. He has 12 points in his last 4 NCAA games, and that's January 29th and 30 against Michigan. He had 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points, and then 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. And then February 5th and 6th against the, I think the best team in the Big Ten, Minnesota. He had 2 goals for 2 points, and then 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points, for a total of 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points in 3 games. He's exploding. He's on fire right now, and that he brought the Badgers are from maybe going to do something to being right up there and maybe even having a long run in the playoffs, which in the long run could delay his expected start here in Montreal, when he might hit here in Montreal. Now, I got some things from this here. So since the World Junior Championships, I found the page. His Badger stats are good with those 16 points. It's giving him a good shot to repeat as the Big Ten's top scorer and maybe even the NCAA's top scorer, because he's more than a point a game. His stats right now, sitting right now, because they're still playing 20 games, 17 goals, 16 assists for 33 points. So he's just going above and beyond that point a game. Caufield's Badger coach, who's ex-NHL player Tony Granato, says Cole's game is no longer centered around offensive production. Granato sees improvement in every part of his game. Board battles. By the way, on board battles, he feels he can go into the corner with anybody, and he feels confident. I saw it in an interview with him. Small guy like that with that kind of confidence is great. So Granato sees improvement in every part of his game. Board battles, his ability to read game situations, knowing when to push the offense or when to retreat and defend as the F3 in the offensive zone. Defensive zone coverage and all kinds of little detail things that will help make him more effective as a pro. Granato says, quote, "To me, to see a 20-year-old kid playing this way 1.5 years into his college career shows you that he understands what it's going to take, and he's committed to doing just that." So I think these things are great. Like, his attitude is great. And that's what makes him the top prospect for Montreal. He's Montreal's top prospect. So to go along with his sniper's tools, he's a generational shooter. He's expanding his game by carrying the puck a lot more and improving his passing game. And I saw a couple of his highlights, some really, really nice passes, heads up, his vision. He's really looking good. He's been very focused on elevating his game. Another quote from Granato, he's been elite this season. It's been fun to watch. So, when can we see Cole Caufield hit Montreal's ice? And that's a good question. And I kind of think if he keeps playing like this, Wisconsin might go a little bit deeper than we thought, right? Because it was looking like maybe March, sometime at the end of March, maybe early April. I think it's starting to look more like somewhere into April because it looks like he's going to probably go deep. If he doesn't, we can see him probably by the end of March. Sign a contract. Where he's going to go, not exactly sure. But I think as early as April, we might see Cole Caufield for the last month of the season. We may see him in Montreal. I'm sure as soon as he's finished his college season, he's going to sign an ELC. And he's going to come to Montreal. Is he going to get a chance on the team? I would think so. Like, say, he signs and he's ready, right? You're going to give him the 6 games now because the cutoff now is 7. It was 10 for players like that so that the season... I'm not sure what the cutoff was for right now. To tell you the truth, it's just went out of my head. But yeah, I know that's been reduced to 7 games. So you might see him play 6 games. See if he's ready, see what he's got, and all that, and then make a decision. Or you'll see him go to the Laval Rocket. It's going to be one of the two. But I think it's going to happen as early as April. So now my thoughts on Cole Caufield. What do I think of him? Do I think he'll make it as an NHL player? Yeah, I think this kid is potentially a generational player, and not in the way like a McDavid or a Gretzky and all that. As shot of his, he's going to do some amazing things with the puck, shooting wise. And the thing is, does he have the size and does he have the ability to do the best with what he's got, get in open? He's the kind of guy that needs to get open anywhere around the net, get the puck on his stick, and the puck is gone. So can he do that? Can he not be hit into the ground, pushed off the puck all the time? This is what this is what's going to define him, I think, if he's going to make it as a professional. Apparently, he's hard to knock off the puck. He's hard to knock down. So even though he's small, he's only 5'8", but apparently he's not easy to push around. So he's done a lot of... I know he said one of the reasons why he wanted to go back to college this season was to get a little stronger up on the upper body and the legs and be more ready to make it to the NHL and not be rushed. So when he does get there, he's going to be ready. That's what he feels. He's confident in himself. There's not a lot of more shooters that are as confident as Cole Caufield is. And yeah, I think he's going to be a great player. Can I break him down, like all the technical details? I cannot do that. But what I can tell you is I've seen a lot of hockey. I've seen a lot of hockey players. I've seen a lot of shooters. I've seen a lot of all different kind of styles. And as soon as I saw Cole Caufield shoot, and I've seen some of the highlights of what he's done, this guy, the only knock is his size. And small players have made it in the NHL, and I don't doubt that he can do it. So as long as that size doesn't affect him, this guy is going to be, I'm not saying a 50-goal scorer, but I can see 30 to 40 goals regularly from this kid after he's been in the league a couple of years. So that's my thoughts on Cole Caufield. I think we might see him before the end of this season. So let me know in the comment section what you think. When do you think he'll get here? What do you think about him? Do you think he'll make it? Or do you think he's just a little too small? So let me know in the comment section. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Subscribe and ring the notifications bell. That's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Thanks for watching this long video. But it's a great subject. Cole Caufield is going to be a great hockey player in my estimation. And hopefully we're going to start seeing that this year. There you go. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. Going to see you next video and next live stream. We're back on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday games, Toronto, and I don't even remember who's playing Thursday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday game, and then we're off for a week again and back against Toronto. See you next video. Bye, everybody.